Okay, like a 10 needle machine for $3,900. Like what? I don't understand this. Okay, a 15 needle pull-in for $39. Please, who has this? And then it's turning into this weird status symbol war. Like everyone is just flexing on that they've got like this high-end machine, like whether it be like a Brother PR 680 or like a Baradin on the Facebook groups is what I'm talking about. I don't know if we're getting the truth. The high-end users are saying that these cheaper ones are crap and the other users are defending them. But let's be real for a second. Like our customers, they don't care about what the name is on our machine. They just want beautiful stitches. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I am feeling major FOMO lately. Like I've actually been looking at some of these low cost, like Chinese machines myself because the price is so tempting. But how can one machine be $3,900 and another one be like 20 grand? So my hesitation is like, it's midnight, okay? You have like, let's say 3 hats due tomorrow and your machine just throws this random tantrum, like panic, because if your machine isn't running, it's game over. Nothing else matters. So I'm so torn between like these legacy machines. Okay, so like the Happy Voyager, I was reading it said it debuted in 2003. They are still running on their original motors today. They've never had to replace one. So I was doing some research on the Buy machine and it says it has like a lifespan of about 10 years. But and you can go and look at it again if you'd want, but some of these other machines are 25 years and beyond. I worry about the quality. A 10 needle machine can cost like $25,000. It's ridiculous, like those Brother ones. And yes, it does make you money, but why does it have to hurt my wallet so bad? So I generally need your help. Like comment below, tell me, what machine are you running right now? Are these budget friendly multi-needle machines actually worth it? Or are they gonna leave you stranded at 3 a.m.? It's very interesting. You gotta get in on these Facebook groups. Here is an opinion from a girl who has a Brother machine and 2 Smart Stitch machines. So she says, I've used my Smart Stitch machine way more than I turn my Brother machine on. I've never had any issues with the quality. If anything, my Smart Stitch runs smoother than my Brother, and they were less than half the cost of my Brother. What? She also says she has been embroidering since 2015, and so she's far from a beginner. She really likes her Smart Stitch machines, and she has a Brother machine. You guys, I might get a Smart Stitch machine. Okay, another thing that I'm thinking, maybe I'm just being like old school, because if those newer machines are like 5 grand, maybe that's okay that it doesn't last like 20 years because it's only 5 grand. And if you think about it, am I just being like the older generation where they're like, you know how like with washing machines, they used to last like 20 years. I'm talking about appliances, fridges, things like that. They would last like 20 to 30 years. But now the ones that are on the market now, they only last maybe like 7 to 10 years. This is what I've heard from a lot of the appliances now. So I think that just might be, it's kind of the way of the world. Things that are being pushed out in the market, they aren't lasting as long. Like even when you think about cars, like they're all computerized now. Things just don't last as long as they used to. So maybe with an embroidery machine, I myself also have to kind of get on the bandwagon with that as well and realize, okay, Delilah, things are changing. You need to kind of get with the program. I think I'm going to make a jump for it. I think I'm going to buy one of these cheaper machines. Oh, and one thing that I got to mention too is my Happy machine back here. You know, I love that machine, but here's the thing, and this is another thing that I got to consider when I'm looking at these other machines. I love my MightyHoops, and if my machine can't take one of the MightyHoops, I don't like it because hooping your projects takes so much time. So my Happy Japan, the only ones that are available for that model is the 5.5 and then the 10 by 10. I really need something that is this size, that is the 13-inch wide. because that one does the 13 inch, but it's on one of those regular hoops. It's on a hoop like this, and MightyHoop doesn't make the 13 inch wide hoop for that machine. Not yet anyways. I don't ever stitch out designs that are the 13 inch width on that machine, and that's become a problem for me. And I'm seeing there's other girls on here too that are like, okay, I have a brother 10 needle and 2 ZSKs. I'm seriously considering getting a Smart Stitch last November, but I couldn't get myself to do it. And it's like, that's how I am too, because I feel like those cheaper machines, it's going against everything that has been programmed in your mind. More expensive machine equals better quality. It's kind of like you have to compare it to cars. Some people get Cadillacs, you got your Lexus, and yeah, those are beautiful cars, but a Corolla is going to get you to the grocery store and back as well. If you are enjoying this video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and keep watching. Thank you. In last week's vlog, I told you how I did get a quote for backpacks, cheer backpacks. So I'm excited for that because she dropped off like 25 backpacks. They look like this. So today we are going to be embroidering on these backpacks. I already started the files. I am hoping to get both machines running, although I need to get matching thread for this machine, so I might go to the quilting store to get some thread for that. I'm not sure yet, but this is what they look like. I plan on using my MightyHoops, so let's just get started. This is what the backpacks look like. I've already stitched this one, so it's really nice, and I have a list to keep me on track, and I just mark them off so that I don't do duplicates, and I just slide the MightyHoop backing in like that, and I always print out my design, and I'm measuring them 2.5 inches down from the zipper. And then I'm just filling on the inside to see where that hoop is. And look at that. It is so easy to get this hooped. Doesn't it look beautiful? And now I just need to scratch that name off so that I don't accidentally embroider the same name again. A lot of you may not know that I have an embroidery list you can sign up for. Just go to shopsimplydelilah.com and you get to this screen right here, the embroidery supply list. Just scroll down and you can put in your email information, and I will email you the entire list of supplies that I use every day. Now, if you're wondering where I got this order, it was from another Facebook referral. Most of my orders come from Facebook, and I don't even buy ads. This Saturday, I'm hosting my live Growing Your Business Zoom workshop, sharing my strategies. And you guys, fall and holiday seasons are right around the corner. It is the biggest money maker for embroidery businesses. But if you wait until the rush hits to get organized, then it's too late. You have to lock down your strategy now. You can click the link or scan the QR code and secure your spot for this Saturday and get a game plan in order for your biggest season yet. Okay, you guys, look at this. We are done with all of the backpacks. They've all been bagged up. I even have an extra one here that I did not have to use, so no mistakes whatsoever. So I'm just going to message her, let her know that her backpacks are ready for pickup. Make sure that you subscribe, because the next video that I'm going to do is going to be all about like fall crew neck sweatshirts, because fall is just around the corner. So make sure that you check out all my other videos. I have a playlist. I have sewing videos as well. So thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you have any questions. And until next time, happy stitching. Bye guys.